Hi everyone, it is Jessica, and I am excited today to be sharing with you some cards that I'm going to make using this paper pack, which is called Boo Crew, and it is the Halloween special from Close to My Heart that is going on right now. So I'm just showing you all the things that you can get in that product bundle, including these really fun holographic ghost sequins. Aren't they cute? So I'm going to be making a couple different cards. This is the first one, and I am using volume 2, Make It From Your Heart, and this is pattern number 20. And so I've gone ahead and just kind of cut the different pattern papers and cardstocks down to the sizes that are shown in that pattern. And then one thing that I like to do is to edge distress my papers with my ink pads, and I usually just kind of swipe it across like that. It just sort of defines the edges a little bit. And so I did both Wildberry and black on all of these different papers. So this first one just calls for taking that pattern piece and centering it onto that cardstock. And so I love that Wildberry color. I think it's so fun for Halloween. And then I'm taking this other pattern paper that has a bunch of different Halloween sentiments on it, and I'm just going to put that here about center of the card. And the one thing I love about the Make It From Your Heart pattern books is that they do kind of give dimensions for you. So it'll tell you what to cut the papers at and exactly where to place them on your card front. Or if you're using one that has a scrapbooking layout pattern, same thing, it'll tell you where to put all your pieces on your layout. And it's just really quick and easy to create some projects that way. All right, now that I've got all of my papers down, I am going to stamp this Happy Halloween sentiment. Now on the stamp set that comes with the Boo Crew special, the sentiments were all just a little bit too big for what I needed on this particular card front. So I actually went back to the Halloween stamp set from last year. This is the Got Candy stamp set. And there's just a really thin and tiny Happy Halloween on there. And I want it, even though it's in a straight line, I want the Happy and the Halloween stacked on top of each other. So I was just very careful to ink up only each part of the stamp that I needed and then kind of stamp them accordingly. And then I am going to pop up my ghost that I have created with my thin cuts and the Boo Crew stamp set. And I'm going to pop that up on some 3D foam tape. And I really love, there's like a bow on that stamp set, and I put it up on the top of my ghost so it's like a little hair bow. And then I'm just kind of putting a couple of Wildberry sequins around the front of the card, as well as one of the Wildberry enamel dots in the center of that bow on her hair, ghost hair, I don't know. All right, and then this is the second card, and so this is from that same book, and this is pattern 28. And so again, I have just kind of gone ahead and prepped all of my pieces by edge distressing them ahead of time before filming this. So this one has 3 different pieces of pattern paper on the front of the card, and the 2 outer pieces are the same size, and then the inner one is just a little bit thinner. And so I just love this because it kind of is a way to pull all of those fun patterns from this collection and use them all on one card. And so there you can see they're just kind of centered with a little bit of that Nectarine cardstock showing all the way around. All right, now I'm going to come into my stamp set that is part of this Boo Crew special, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment for this one. Now, it says spooky season, but similar to how I just stamped that first card, I don't want it to be in a straight line. I want to stack both words on top of each other. So again, I'm just kind of very carefully tapping my stamp down onto the edge of my ink pad so that I'm only inking up each word at a time. And then that way, if I clean it very carefully, I can go through and stamp my words in a different order. So I love that. And then I'm going to stamp this black bat over top of it. And he also is from that same stamp set. And so it's very easy. So I'm trying to make a bunch of these cards because my daughter has it in her head that we are going all out this year and having a big Halloween party with our family and friends. And so I have been on a mission to make some Halloween cards and to get them in the mail to invite your friends and family over. All right, and then I'm coming in with my Wildberry stitched ribbon, and I just kind of put a little strip across the bottom, and then I've created like a little flag that I'm put behind this sentiment piece. And then I'm just going to put that down with some 3D foam tape. And again, come in with a few final little embellishments. So these are the enamel dots in the Wildberry color. And I'm just going to sprinkle in various sizes them around that spooky season square that I have created on the card front. And so I'm going to put 3 because our eye likes to see things in odd numbers on our projects. So there's the second one that is done. Isn't that bat so cute? All right, and now we are on to card number 3. This one also features that ghost. I like to use him. I think he is so cute. And whereas my other ghost had a hair bow, this one I'm going to turn into a boy ghost and use the bow tie. So this one I left the stamping in the video because I wanted to show you how when you cut out your thin cut, then it's just very easy to kind of line up your clear acrylic stamp over top of it and stamp it second. I know a lot of people actually like to stamp first and then use washi tape or post-it tape to hold the thin cut in place, and then they run it through their cutting machine that way. And so either way, whichever works for you, I tend to do my thin cuts first and then stamp second. So I just wanted to kind of show you how I did that. All right, now I'm coming in with my black shimmer brush and I'm just kind of splattering it across the back of that pink cardstock. And I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry for a minute. It doesn't take very long. And there you can see, hopefully the light picks up on all of those sparkles and shimmers that we have going on. Now this one is pattern 25, same book, Make It From Your Heart, volume 2, and that is still available, I believe. And if not, I will leave the dimensions for all of these cards down below in case you want to recreate any of them. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put those pattern pieces again in the orientation and where they go on the card based on what that pattern shows. And then again, I love that pop of wild berry, which is the color of the year. It's so bright and fun, and just, I think, a fun change from the traditional orange and black that we normally see for Halloween. I really like how this has like the blacks and the pinks and the whites mixed in with that orange color, just like a pop of orange, and so a lot of fun. And then I realized that my ghost wasn't going to quite fit at the top of that piece, so I had to kind of move the whole thing down just a little bit. So again, popping my ghost up with some 3D foam tape, and then that's going to sit on there. And isn't that bow tie so cute on there? I don't know which one I like better, the bow tie or the hair bow, but it's fun because that stamp set has a bunch of different faces on it. So you could make a happy ghost or a scary ghost. It has a couple of different options. All right, now this is my wild berry shimmer trim, and I don't know if you can quite see it, but see how I've got that little plastic tail there? I'm just pulling it back out of the way so that I can expose the shimmer trim, and then I am cutting a pennant into the end of it before I trim my little tiny piece off. And then I'm just going to kind of offset each of those 2 little banner pieces so they look like a little flag hanging out of the side. Now off camera, I've gone ahead and stamped on the inside the Halloween sentiment from that stamp set on all of the cards. And then I also like to decorate my envelopes with one of the smaller stamps that comes on a stamp set. And so I picked that cute little spider that you can see there, and I just put a spider in the corner of all of the envelopes, and there we go. And so I was very easily able to make a whole bunch of these out of that Boo Crew collection. And like I said, my daughter's kind of been on my case too. We have to get those ready so that we can invite everybody over. We're going all out this year, so Halloween is one of her very favorite holidays, and so I've been busy making some Halloween cards, but they're just a lot of fun to send in the mail, and I hope that you feel inspired. This Boo Crew collection is a special that is available through October 31st, and there is my website if you are interested in shopping that collection. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Happy crafting.